name is Dolores Hawkins, and this is the office for We Care and Friends. Larry Griffin is the founder. Larry Griffin is an ex-addict himself, and at one time he was homeless and helpless, and someone helped him, and when he got himself straight, he said that he wanted to devote his life to helping others. So basically we help the homeless, the helpless, and those that's fallen through the crack. Our main program is the drug addiction program to help get the addicts off the street. So what happens if someone comes in here and says, I want to get clean, that's all it takes. We interview them, do an intake on them, get a physical. We partner with the free clinic here. They'll do the physical for us. We'll call Connecticut or New York, wherever we're going to send them, because we do send them out of state for a year. And they do an intake on the phone, and we put them on the bus. Now, most of the people that come in here are homeless, so they don't have any funds. We get a small grant from the city for the program, for the drug addiction program. Other than that, we have no funds at all coming in except what's donated to us. So we do the best we can with the little we have. We do feed the homeless on the Monday before Thanksgiving every year, and we feed anywhere from 2,000 to 3,100 people every year. Last year, I think we fed over 3,000 people. We use the facility downstairs. It has a big gym and a kitchen. So we just fixed the surrounding community is very good about helping to donate the food, and especially the restaurants. And Larry cooks it, and with other help from the community, of course. And then we feed them. We just let everybody know this Monday before Thanksgiving, they know to come here. At Christmas time, we have what we call a toy drive. What we do there is we solicit help from the community again, and we have people come in. In fact, they've already started coming in to ask if we could help them for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. And what we do is we have a toy drive, and Christmas Eve, we start from early in the morning, and we're here until all night until Christmas Day, sorting the toys and giving them out, and the things for Christmas. We also have a program where we partner with a community church called Bay Area Community Church and Downtown Hope, which is part of that church. And they're a wonderful group of people, and they come in. They've been a tremendous help to us. They fix lunches for us. They fix over 300 lunches a week, and we pick them up. We bring them here, and every day we have lunches out there for as long as the lunches will last. And all the people have to do when they're hungry is just come in here and pick up a lunch and water. So it's so much that we do out here. I don't know what else to tell you about it. Larry himself, as I said, was homeless and helpless at one time. Larry has never taken a dime for what he do until this year. We were finally able to get a little bit of money that was left over, and we offered it to him as a salary. The first check he took, he went straight out and bought food for something for the School on Youth, which is our summer program for the kids, to have a award ceremony. He bought the plaques and so they could get a little plaque and have a crab feast. And the second check he refused, and he hasn't been taking anything, and he's been doing this since I think it's 1999. So he's really to be commended for that. Many times he digs in his pocket to do what he has to do. As you can see, we have a box sitting here that says medication donation. People come in and they see it, and they'll drop money in there, because we do have people come to us with prescriptions. They can't get the medicine, and that's a tough call, medicine or food. And as much as we can, we help them get the medicine. They come to us for just about anything, utility bills, everything. We're not set up for that, but we do have a lot of partners and a lot of resources that we can call or refer them to, so that helps. The word on the street is, if you don't know where to find it, to call Larry, and Larry will, direct you in the right direction. As you can see, I speak very highly of him because he's a man to be admired. He always refers to Dr. G, which is the man upstairs. He has a lot of faith. He doesn't go around pushing his faith on anybody, but just from his actions, you can see he has a lot of faith. The rapport he has with the community is outstanding. people know when they walk in this office to talk to him, it's confidential.
Mhm.
They can trust him, and they know if he says he's going to do something for them, they can take him at his word. And if it's not done, it's because he hasn't done everything in his power to do it. So maybe you have some questions for me.
Definitely. I was wondering, you mentioned something that you sent the kids out of state.
Yeah.
Would you just mention why you do that so that the public will know
Yeah,
about
we
that
find
too?
that when you have an addict that comes in and they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they say, I'm ready, I want to get clean. You need to get them away from their environment right away, because if you don't, they're apt to slip right back in, or they'll go out to get that last fix, or one of their friends will say, well, let's celebrate, and they get right back into the same old rut. We don't judge anybody here. If they make a mistake and they go back, when they come back, or if we see them, we say, well, when you're ready, we're still here for you. We would like to have what Larry calls a safe house. We would love to have a place where when they first come in here, we could just have them stay there for 2 or 3 days until they're ready to go, because they have to get the physical and the blood work, and it takes about 2 to 3 days for the blood work to come back. And this is for their safety and for other people's safety, make sure that they don't have any disease or illness that, because as you know, they're homeless, so they're sleeping every place. They can find shelter, so they may have picked up anything. And of course, they don't have money for medical assistance, so therefore they may be walking around with illness they don't even know about.
Mm.
So if we had a place like that where we could just have them stay, with supervision of course, for 2 or 3 days until we're able to get them out, get them into the bed, so it would be wonderful. When the weather's bad, Larry has been known to take them down to his house to sleep. Last year, Stanton Center here allowed us to use the facility to bring them in, and he just opened up the doors for them to come in out the cold, and he just called a couple of restaurants to help bring some hot soups and things in, and he has a slew of people. When they know he needs help to do something, they'll come over and help. And as I said, Larry puts out the call. You can believe he's going to get some answers. So.
What is the typical age range of people who are getting help?
Anywhere from the age, well, we've had kids come in as young as 7 years old to ask for help for their family, or because they were hungry, or they need some clothing or some of that sort. That's a good question. There's not really any cutoff age, and there's no, regardless of culture or background, we try to accommodate them if we can.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people that come in and say they didn't want to go in a program that have court cases come up. In that case, we talk to the probation officer and the judge, and they evaluate it. They feel they'll benefit from the program. Most of the time they do. We can send them out of state. There's a few that's not allowed to go out of state. If you can't get them out of state, then there's a facility down in Prince George County that we will send them to. We prefer to get them out of state because Prince George County is still close enough for their friends to get to them to visit, and anything could happen. Luckily, we haven't had anything like that happen, but you've got to be prepared for everything. We've had some setbacks. A lot of people get there and it's not what they expect, and they panic and they want to come back. So when they come back, if they decide, well, I made a mistake, that was better than what I am, they want to go back again, we try and get them back in, as long as they haven't done anything to break the rules or to endanger anybody's life or anything like that. We still work with them. We believe in not only second chances, but third and fourth chances if you're really sincere.